Yeah, so once again, I'm back on stage. The moment has arrived for us to continue with the rest of this evening's program. How's dinner, everybody? All good? Smiling faces, yeah? Very nice. So as I mentioned earlier on, dinner, please proceed if you still want more food, you still want more dessert, because from now on, what's going to happen is there are quite a few people who are going to come up here to address us all, various speeches, and after that, we will proceed with all the awards for the evening. Now, before I proceed, I'd just like to make a quick acknowledgement. Joining us here, ladies and gentlemen, he just stepped right in earlier on. How about a big round of applause to Mr. Ishak Ismail, Director of Malaysian Tourism. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Welcome, sir. Pleasure to have you here. So let us proceed. Earlier on, as I mentioned, I give you some information about what the awards were all about. Right now, to tell us more and a little bit more in-depth and more info as well, would you please welcome with a thunderous round of applause the CEO of Asia Leading Resorts Incorporated, Mr. Adeva Sankuny, if you will please. Big round of applause.
Full of energy. Very good evening to everyone here. And first of all, on behalf of Asia Leading Resorts, to each one of you, I'd like to put together my both arms and say thank you for coming. I'd like to have a personal appreciation to Tan Sri Ting, who came all the way from Malaysia for this event, even though he's the most eldest today. Thank you, Tan Sri, for being here. And our special guest today, which I must mention some of the names here, is Dato Rama from Lotus Group. Thank you, Dato. And the president of Bintan Lagoon Resort, Mr. Mo Ibrahim, thank you for being here. And Mr. Devan Bhaskaran from Diracha Resort, thank you for being here, Mr. Devan. And Mr. Ulrich Han, my longtime friend. He's 70% Indonesian now, Mr. Ulrich. Where are you? Thank you for being here. And my friends, my new friends from Berjaya Group. They are here as well, Berjaya Group. Thank you so much for being here. The ALTA 2017 initiated, this is not the first year. Of course, I'm in this project for the first year. It had been there for about 6 years before, and they had done this before prior to my arrival to this group in a smaller scale. They did within the business friends and as hospitality partners and everything. So for 2017, I initiated why this award has to be the same like others, where the industry peers decides. The industry peer tells who should win and everything. So we changed the tempo of this particular, the concept of this particular award. We went public. Let the public decide on which resort to win and which general managers to win and so on. So, testing the water, the first year, we recorded 500,000 overvotes for 1,600 nominees from all over Asia Pacific. And that is one numbers that we didn't expect. And when the nomination launched, we had 3,000 over application came in. Some of the hotels did not know the concept. They thought it's just an award. They asked us many questions, which some of the questions we've been repeating the same thing. So we are not selling this award. This award is not for sale because this is a public award. Nevertheless, we narrowed down the qualification to the finalists of 400 over destinations of spa, golf, honeymoon destination, beach resorts, yacht club, and golf resorts. So zooming down these awards, we saw public voting happening so aggressively supporting, namely some of the resort which came up as a superstar today, like Pulai Spring Golf Resort from Johor Bahru, yeah, and Bintan Lagoon Golf Resort of Bintan Island, Indonesia, and not forgetting golf courses like Alpine Resort, who won the best golf destination in Asia, golf tourism destination in Asia today. The objective of this ALTA 2017, besides just giving the awards today, we have a concept that is to promote lifestyle tourism in Asia. What is lifestyle tourism? All my friends here, most of them are the general managers, they know what is lifestyle tourism. And how do we promote lifestyle tourism? And to my humble opinion, many hotels are in the rat race. If I put a hotel bill today, hotel room today of $40, $140, my neighbor is going to put $139.50. And there's another greatest war going on in the Expedia, Booking.com, and they are ripping us off with all these numbers, whereby end of the day, as hoteliers or as a resort operator, we get peanuts. Trust me. Agree with me, I believe? Yeah? We pay so much of commissions. We pay so much of under table, or even we spend so much of money on the A&P to get people pay attention to our property. This has been an enigma for the past 15 years in the industry of ASEAN hospitality. Well, it's no one to be blamed. But taking this further, with the partnership of various tourism ministries, we had a roundtable discussion, and how can we elevate this, and how can we eliminate the war, or the price war among all the partners. So the concept of lifestyle tourism came up, and how to identify this destination and honor them for their outstanding performance. And who honored them? The public. Not me, not another minister, or not another top gun in the society. No, public. And the evidence is so clear. Some of the golf courses, some of the resorts, some of the honeymoon destinations, namely in Vietnam, like, for example, La Veranda Golf Beach Resort. Are you here, La Veranda? You here? La Veranda netted about 20,000 people voting for the best honeymoon destinations. Yeah? The golf course, which I've never heard before in Vietnam, Sakum Golf Resort, Sam Tuen Golf Resort, they had about 15,000 people voting as best destinations. So this is the evidence of people like to vote for their destinations. I mean, to my greatest surprise, I saw one destination in Malaysia who got numbers beyond my expectation. That is Awani Sepang Golf Course Resort, Golf Course Resort, yeah? They netted some good numbers on the voting as well. So how we can do this on our own is impossible. We need the public to come in and participate. And on that note, I'm very proud and very happy to say that this run going on public voting has been a greatest success as far as we are concerned. And I'm very sure all 100 over nominees or the winners today will agree that this is something where chosen by the public for you guys. Yeah? So lastly, the concept of Asia Leading Resort of bringing this kind of award is to automatically qualify all these 160 destination representatives sitting today as a member of Asia Leading Resorts INC for 2017-2018, right? So when you receive your certificate later or the trophy later, you will see a special wax mark which says you're the member of Asia Leading Resorts. So in that particular qualification, you're entitled to have more arrivals into your resorts through our platforms. That means we're going to launch our Asia Leading Resort platform next month, whereby we'll be promoting your destination for as low as $5 booking per booking, any rooms that we book through our website, only $5. The reason is we have to pay our staff, simple as that. But the mileage that we take you through is all of you will be invited, I repeat, all of you will be invited to join us at no cost at ITB Berlin and ITB Asia in China and Singapore at no cost, sharing our booth under the brand of Asia Leading Resort. Is that a good news or bad news? Yeah. So lastly, I'm not a maestro to say that what I do is best, but I personally feel, the lifestyle tourism is still at its infant stage. We always talk about packages. I was talking to some of the industry friends just now, say, yeah, it's getting very tough, it's getting very difficult to sell. I agree. But if collaboratively, if we were to sell a product, a unique product, I'm very sure with the right marketing platform and right target market, we are there to bring in the numbers. Evidently, some of these hotels, we've turned around their business or their operations or their brand. I would proudly say some of the names that they are here today, like Bintan Lagoon 20 years back, it was just a resort. Today, it's talk of the industry. I personally went there to visit. I was blown away with the concept, you know. It's all the hard work of Mr. Mo and his team, yeah? Lotus Desaru. Nobody wants to go to Desaru those days. Today is a destination where people look at it as a destination for mice, it's a destination for family. There are more destinations which has not been recognized by this kind of appreciation. You don't see branded hotels here. I'm very happy to see that we are only Asian-owned properties here because Asia Leading Resort or Asian Lifestyle Tourism Lifestyle Awards is for Asians, for the Asian-owned property, by the Asians. So we are very proud and we are very selfish to say that we support the entity of Asian, we support the entity of Asian hospitality development. Not to say that we don't like other branded hotels, but they are way too high for our Asian friends to compete. Not that they're not qualified to compete or they're unable to compete, but we are trying to create a camp where we can show off the name ourselves as an Asian destination. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, the fun is not over yet. I thank all of you to be here tonight. There may have been some flaws and there may be some mistakes. On behalf of my team, I apologize if there is anything. And should you have any bad thing to say, please tell me, then I'll bring it to my office. Good things tell the rest of the world. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you around.